Steig auf und empfang unser reisig Geschlecht. Auf geschnäbelten Schiffern kommen die alten Götter, das alte Recht. Die alten Nordmänner geschwommen, die alten Götter, das alte Recht. Die alten Nordmänner geschwommen, wo der Feuerwerk lobt und wo Glotasche fällt, Sturmwogen die Ufer umschäumen, auf dir du trotziges Ende der Welt. Die Winternacht wollen wir verträumen, auf dir du trotziges Ende der Welt. Die Winternacht wollen wir verträumen.
Sorry for background noise. This is just the quiet of countryside, I suppose. I wanted to say something about the song which you just heard. It was written by Viktor von Scheffel in 1857. Scheffel was one of Germany's most popular authors in the 19th century, which most Germans aren't aware of because his style nowadays is not at all what appeals to most people. And it also seems to be, from a present-day point of view, extremely conservative or even reactionary. But that's not at all what von Scheffel intended. He was a strong supporter of the 1848 revolution, and he was extremely disappointed when it failed. He wrote his novel Eckhard 9 years later, and the lyrics of the song are a poem that in the novel is sung by a woman called the Woman of the Forest. She's a witch, and the main character Eckhard visits her because he needs her help. And it's said that it's a dreary November evening. It's foggy and it's sad, and somehow it reminds her of this old song of the Norsemen that she was taught once. So when Eckhard enters, he finds her sitting at her hearth, singing these words that I just sang to you. And here's a thing that I find interesting. In the 19th century, the lyrics of this song appealed to people in a way that made the famous composer Max Bruch included in one of his larger compositions. Whereas today, the song is entirely unknown unless you're into classical music and appreciate Max Bruch. But it hasn't become a folk song ever, in the sense that you sing it at school or it's sung by choirs. But it has been received and set to music by several subcultures in the 20th century. So it has actually been set to music, and it has been sung, and it is still being sung a lot, but only in certain parts of our society. And outside of those, it's entirely unknown. And here's why I sang it, even though it may not be considered a folk song in the strict sense. Or maybe it should be, depending on what your criteria are. But I don't feel it's a proper folk song. However, it is one of my favorite songs, and that may be surprising because if you've watched all of my videos, you may have inferred that I'm a Christian, which I am, but I think today's struggles are not about being Christian or being pagan. It's about something that's a lot more fundamental than that. And I don't want to go into detail about this. But the reason why I love this song so much and why I sang it today is because, or rather why I sang it yesterday, is because it conveys that sense of loss. Something is coming to an end, and not in a good way, I'm afraid. And I would just like to say that if you feel this way, then no matter what your religion is, if you have any kind of religion or any sense of transcendency, any sense of there being something that's of ultimate value, then we are on the same side. And I would just like everybody to realize that we're actually on the same side. If we are not on the side of let's just throw everything overboard for, I don't know, I don't even know what, for nothing really. I don't feel that I'm being offered anything in exchange. So this is my appeal to you. Let's not give in to emptiness, but look for that which holds value, ultimate value, and let's work together on that. And that's also why I do this channel in English, because you may have been wondering why I don't just do this in German. As I sing German folk songs, and I might want to address a German audience, and of course I don't mind doing that. I would love to do that, but one reason why I do this channel in English is because English is the lingua franca of a very large part of the world population, and I feel that this is an international matter, and this is something that really concerns every human being, even though not everybody may see folk songs as the focal point, and that's all right. It is for me because I just love them so much. You may have your focus elsewhere, but the deeper matter that this is actually about concerns really every regular person on earth. And the other reason why I'm doing this in English is because, well, quite simply because of the algorithm, because, you know, they, if I do this in German, I've tried it, and the algorithm of YouTube just lumps me in with Umta music, and that's not what this is about. If you would like to tell me what you think about this song, that would be great. Or if you if you'd like to state your thoughts on this aspect of losing something fundamental that's going on right now, then I'd be very glad to read that. Yeah, and I just hope this hasn't been too heavy or disturbing to anybody. If it has, I'm sorry. So, hope to see you again next time. Bye.